31 rules for midlife rebellion.
1.
Stack your dishwasher in unruly ways.
2.
Get dressed up for Dress Down Fridays.
3.
Renounce quinoa and banish kale.
4.
Burn all copies of the Daily Mail.
5.
On escalators, be sure to stand left-sided.
6.
Do not use the tongs provided.
7.
Listen to the radio while eating TV dinners.
8.
Run in corridors with scissors.
9.
Avoid all weekend breaks in yurts.
10.
Never wear Ramones t-shirts.
11.
Eat a packet of silica gel.
12.
Confess an ignorance of Adele.
13.
Act as if you're Thomas Shelby.
14.
Never ever take a selfie.
15.
Send back Ocado substitutions.
16.
Don't buy products which are called solutions. Fail to go on early morning runs.
18.
Avoid the lure of Mumford and Sons.
19.
Mix with people who are not like you.
20.
Add more syllables to haiku.
21.
Put your darks in with your whites.
22.
Do go gentle into that good night.
23.
Cancel your subscription to Amazon Prime.
24.
Go to bed after 9:30.
25.
Each year take up 3 new vices.
26.
Neglect to have a midlife crisis.
27.
Ignore that Fitbit on your wrist.
28.
Don't listen to songs in the form of lists.
Is there any more?
29.
Dive bomb into paddling pools.
30.
Never ever follow rules. Your boss might have chosen somebody else. You might not have selected that carriage. I might have decided to travel by bus. You might not have answered his call. The snow which fell might have been the wrong kind. The train might not have pulled up at all. The way things happen and the way things don't. The way things fall into place. Report might have closed this line down. The steam age might not have occurred. Stevenson's rocket might have misfired. I might not have found the right words. The way things happen and the way things don't. The way things fall into place. Somewhere else to sit down. I might not have sat in that place. You might have slept, not flashed me a smile. Worlds might not have collided in space. The way things happen and the way things don't. The way things fall into place. The way things happen and the way things don't. The way things fall into place. Alexa, what is there to know about love? 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 A glove is a garment that covers the hand for protection from the cold or dirt. And Alexa, how does a human heart work? How does a human heart work? Blood is first received in the right atrium via two veins, the vena cava superior and inferior. Alexa, where do we go to when we die? Where do we go to when we die? Activating Google Maps. Completed activation. Would you like to start from your current location? Alexa, what does it mean to be alone? What does it mean to be alone? It is the silence left by words unsaid, the cold expanse of half a bed. It is the endless stretching of the hours, the needless tending of plastic flowers. It is an echo unanswered in a cave, the fateful ping of the microwave. It's the fraying of a worn shirt cuff and the how, Alexa, stop! That's enough. This last song is about a primitive form of technology used by early hominids to woo potential lovers into caves. It's called Compilation Cassette.
Was about 3 weeks after we met that I began work on that compilation cassette.
Each track the results of a deliberation worthy of the congregation of the causes of the saints, subject to a process of veneration and beatification before acceptance into the cassette tape canon. It's a miracle it got made at all.
3 weeks after we met, I began work on that compilation cassette.
I can't remember now which songs made the cut. There would have been no country and western. There was never any country and western. But they would have shown me to be discerning yet eclectic, both acoustic and electric, vaguely exotic, mildly erotic, quintessentially quixotic, and other things I was not.
about 3 weeks after we met, but I began work on that compilation cassette.
I don't know whether you ever played my cassette. By the time I posted it through your letterbox, you'd already started going out with Colin Hancock's. He was good at rugby.
Excellent stuff. Live in session here on Six Music, Brian Bilston and the Catenary Wires with firstly 31 Rules for Midlife Rebellion, and that was followed by Might Have, Might Not Have, and there are 2 more tunes to come. Brian, would you mind introducing the rest of the band, please?
Yeah, of course. So on drums we've got Ian Button,
Yes.
and then we've got Bob Collins on guitar. We've got someone called Amelia Fletcher also on guitar and vocals.
Hello.
And Rob Percy on the bass and vocals.
And you're all welcome and sounding splendid from the BBC's Maida Vale studios. Well done on the record you've made, Brian. You're known as a poet, but these are songs. These are not poems set to music, and it's important to emphasise that, isn't it?
Yeah, no, that's right. I mean, they all started off as poems, but then they've become something else. I sent off a bunch of poems to Rob, and I don't know, there was some sort of alchemy went on, and they changed into something else with the end result that we're now kind of here playing them on like the radio and going out and playing them in front of people. So it's like it's a very weird thing that's happened.
Even before that, it must have been slightly weird because I know you're a big fan of Sarah Records, and here you are making a record with Rob and Amelia and touring with them as well. Did you have any trouble getting your head around that scenario?
Yeah, we had our first gig on Friday night, and there was a moment when I was on stage and I kind of looked and saw Rob and Amelia there, and thought back to when I was about 19, and I went out and bought the very first Heavenly single on Sarah Records, and I just played that single to death, and it was a very surreal moment.
Rob, can you tell us about your side of things when it came to working with Brian and how these songs took shape from your point of view?
Yeah, well, I was aware of Brian's poetry during lockdown. I think I first became aware of it, and at the time I liked it because I thought and the poems did remind me of pop song lyrics because they were short and they were to the point. They were emotional. I don't know, they were very powerful without appearing to try too hard, and also I like the fact that he'd just gone ahead and published them independently, and I felt that made him feel like a kindred spirit. So you weren't waiting to get a deal or a publisher, you just do it. Anyway, we realised we had a lot in common, and I talked to him, we became friends really, and then I suggested that maybe it wouldn't be ridiculous for me to try turning his poems, or some of them, into songs. And he was brave or foolish enough to let me try it.
And it seems to have given you an opportunity to write those songs in various musical styles, Rob, as well. I mean, that's really comes through from this record.
Oh yeah, thanks. Yeah, I didn't want it all to be just here's some poems and here's some indie music, and it felt like some of the poems seemed to lend themselves to a genre, if you know what I mean. So there's a couple of quite, you could call them heavy ones. There's a bombastic one called When I Grow Old, I Will March, Not Shuffle. And I think the poem is clever because it is angry, but it's also makes fun of itself. So I turned it into a kind of rock song, which is also somewhat self-parodic, I suppose.
Amelia, hello.
Hello.
Did you have
echoey?
Are you? I'm sorry about that. I'm not putting extra reverb on from this end. Okay. Is it any better now? Are you able to? Okay. Did you have any idea of how this record would end up sounding when you first heard about it, so to speak?
No, I think I probably did think it would sound more indie, actually. It sounds more proper. I thought, it would have less singing on it, actually, and more just poems being spoken. But actually the way in which everything's melded into turning poems into songs, I don't know. It was not what I expected, but it's really good.
It's really good. And the way that your voices work together as well, with the splendid oohs we just heard on Might Have, Might Not Have. That I really like that from this record as well.
I'm good at an ooh.
Good. It's a very important skill to have. Now, without getting too involved in this, but here goes. This is a Catenary Wires collaboration rather than a Swansea Sound or even a Heavenly collaboration as well. What's the thought process to bring us to that point?
Well, I think that basically if it involves me singing, for better or worse, then it has to be the Catenary Wires.
It's certainly not Heavenly.
It's definitely not Heavenly. And Swansea Sound is definitely Hugh as the lead vocalist. And the songs, I suppose they were kind of more, well, they started more in a slightly more melancholic. I mean, the first ones that we put together were the more melancholic ones, and then on this LP, and then so they sounded more like the Catenary Wires as people might have known them. But then as I got bolder and Brian got less scared of what I was up to, they became more eclectic. I don't know what they sound like now.
Brian, there's a great interview with you and with Rob and Amelia in Louder Than Ward. You talk about Stephen Merritt being someone whose songwriting you admire. What is it about him, about Magnetic Fields, that you like?
I think it's partly the wordplay. I do like anyone who can construct a good pun, and but also, I think it's that combination, the sort of bittersweet combination of kind of writing a love song but making it funny. Which always kind of captures my heart.
I'm going to break one of the big rules here. I'm going to read somebody else's tour dates in the middle of your session, but I will read yours later on because Magnetic Fields are playing 69 love songs, and it's sort of in a series of 2-night shows. Bristol Beacon on the 29th and 30th of this month, then the 2nd and 3rd of October at the Union Chapel in London, and Brighton Dome on the 5th and the 6th. Sorry, and back to you, but that's definitely worth getting along to. You've mentioned the show and the whole business, Brian, of playing live, and that's okay, is it? Are you comfortable with that, with the tour coming up as well?
I think I will be when it comes around. So, I mean, I'm used to being on stage these days and kind of reading poems, but being fronting a band is a very strange thing for me. I've been in bands before, but I've been the kind of bass player at the back, really, trying to creep back behind the curtain. So being there, kind of centre stage, is new and slightly perplexing. But the theatres are booked now, so I don't have a choice.
As good a reason as any. Yeah. And Rob and Amelia, this is a question and not an advert, but you set up Skepwax a few years ago. Has it been a good experience so far? Have you ever regretted it?
There have been a couple of times, I think, where you've got 100 things to pack and it's midnight, where you may think this is a slightly silly way to spend your life, but I quite like packing things. And on the whole, no, it's gone better than we could have expected, really. It's really exciting. You get as much of a buzz off one of the bands on the label getting played on the radio as your own band, so I guess that shows that it's worked.
And I've liked the feeling that we've created a bit of a community around it. You see the same people coming to shows, a bit like you used to get with Sarah Records, actually, just people that like Skepwax stuff and are always going to be there, and we get a lot of emails from people. It just feels like we're creating a little pop underground.
Well, keep on keeping on, and can we have 2 more songs, please?